Every time I go travel and I feel tired, and the place I want to go back to is Singapore. I step into the US immigration, I feel like, oh, this is my home. And he seems kind of like psycho, and I almost plan to like jump out of the taxi. Happy New Year, everyone! Welcome back to my channel. I'm currently in Sendai, the northern part of Japan. You can see a nice view out of my window right now. Just by looking at the view, it makes me feel so happy. I kind of take my tripod and camera, walk around the street. I actually haven't been back to Japan for a really long time. Past few years, I've been always traveling to less visited countries, but good to be back. And first thing first, I want to announce that the new year, I started my second new channel dedicated for my world journey. I have thousands of footages from different countries. I just never get a chance to make them into video. So I would love to show you guys the humanity, the people, culture, food, and everything around the world. I've been thinking for a long time whether or not to start this channel. Thanks to the courage from God, I now really make efforts to this channel. So please do follow my new channel, the Krazy Koala Travel. I've already posted my first video and a few shorts. Watch them, share with people, and comment on my video. Your support means a great deal to me. That would be my New Year present. And my main channel will be dedicated to my daily life content, and of course some perspectives that I have to share with you guys, and also started posting some shorts. Hope you guys check them out and yeah, watch them. So now go straight to the main topic, which is Q&A that you guys submitted to me. So I'm gonna answer all these questions from you guys. There are some questions from Instagram, some questions from YouTube. There are a lot more questions submitted on my Instagram than my YouTube, so I'm going to go through some Instagram questions first. The first question is from Dada. She asked, which country do you belong to and what are your plans after visit every single country? Which country I belong to is a very deep question to me because I previously made a video talk about my belonging. But long story short, I think I belong to Singapore and US. And of course, US is my home country, but I currently settled down in Singapore, so both are my belonging. Why I think belonging is a very deep question, because belonging, it's not just about where you are from. It's about where your heart is. According to the dictionary on Google, it says belonging is affinity for a place or situation. I would not say that I fit 100% into the Singapore culture, but I do feel it's a place where I feel like home. I feel very warm and I feel very familiar and very close. Every time I go travel and I feel tired, and the place I want to go back to is Singapore. And of course, whenever I go back to US to visit, first second I step into the airport of the US immigration, I feel like, oh, this is my home. It's just a natural feeling that comes to my mind. What are my plans after I visit every country? To be honest, I don't even know if I can visit every single country with my current passport. I have 4 leftover countries that are quite difficult for US passport holders. Of course, US sanctioned them and they sanctioned US back. I mean, there are a couple of countries that I've rejected a couple times, so the chance is quite slim for me to even get approved. But I'm trying my best. If I could finish, that would be a blessing from God. So I will not even think about my plan before I finish all the countries. And especially, I'm the kind of person who try to live at the moment, even though it's really hard to do. You know, as a YouTuber, I'm constantly filming, so it's so hard for me to actually enjoy the moment when I travel or when I live my life. Even in Singapore, at least once a week, I shut down all my messengers and social media. I don't look at any of the messages, a way for me to detox and try to live at the moment. Second question is, how can I start traveling? You know, when I first started traveling, that was like my first country. I just picked whatever country that came into my mind. So I picked Egypt at the time as my first country to travel. It's really hard to find a place to travel to without any travel experience. So I would say just pick whatever country comes into your mind. And the more travel you do, the more curiosity you feel about the world. That's how you get to travel more and more. Not for the sake of completing 193 countries, but for the sake of self-improvement, life experience enrichment. So I think those are very important benefits of world travel. And of course, you can go even deeper to say, what's the meaning behind all this travel? Is it to learn more about the world culture, to explore more about the humanity around the world? Is it just to have fun? I think all these are right answers. It's up to you to design your world journey and how you want to live your life. The third question is from my friend Gina. She's an amazing world traveler, has completed 193 countries. She asked, when are you coming to Lisbon? I actually quite enjoy Lisbon. I went to a few towns when I was in Portugal, so I should put that on my list next time I go to Europe. The fourth question is, when do you come to Pakistan? I actually really like Pakistan. I traveled there a few years ago. Before I came to Pakistan, I thought, oh, Pakistan would be quite similar to India, but it's not. It's totally different, believe it or not. When I was in India, I tried the milk tea there. It's mixed with like chai and very sweet and all of that stuff. But in Pakistan, it's the opposite. So it's like salty milk tea. They add salt into it, so everything I feel in Pakistan is the opposite of India. If I have a project in Pakistan, yeah, I would love to visit Pakistan again. If I got a sponsorship deal to do tourism or video, yeah. The fifth question, if you need a friend from India, I'm here and I'm video editor too, just in case we can work together. So far, I'm still running 2 channels by myself alone, so it's a lot of work for me. When my channel become more profitable, I would love to hire people to edit the video for me. Too time consuming for me to do video editing. So I've been really appreciating my Patreon's support, that their financial contribution allows me to do a little bit more of my content creation. And you can also support me by watching more of my videos and be engaged with my videos and share it so that more people can discover and I can grow my channel better. The sixth question is, have you walked the Camino Santiago? The answer is no, I've never walked there. I know some friends did it before and they enjoy it. I'm not a very outdoor, sporty kind of person. I enjoy more of the people and culture stuff. Seventh question is, I want to know more about Lazada layoff. If you guys see my recent shorts, and I posted about the Alibaba Lazada layoff, which has been quite big news in Singapore. Even government like MOM has involved. It's a pretty sad news. I'll make a long video to talk about some detailed personal situation later because I think this deserves its own video. And do turn on the notification bell on my YouTube channel so you'll get notified once my video is released. So the 8th question is from Amigo Carranza. How many languages do you speak? I would say I used to speak 5 languages. I thought my Japanese was quite okay before when I was using it more. But this time when I come to Japan, I lost most of them. You know, a language is something that when you don't use, you kind of like lose it all. But I can still read all the hiragana, kanji, and all of that. I can't manage my speaking skill anymore. Actually, language is my hobby. So last year, I took an online tutoring class for French, but I only took 1 class and I didn't continue. The next question is, share stuff or equipment that you will bring for safety purposes, like lock and others. I actually don't have any physical safety item. I mean, lock, it's like just part of my carry-on luggage. I use Rimowa, so there's a lock in the luggage itself. The most safety purpose item that I always bring with me is medical items. The first thing is because I have allergy to insects, so mosquitoes and bed bugs. I got really bad allergy and hives, so I always bring those insect spray. I always try to stay in the best hotel so that it's clean. So having a clean and good hotel is my safety prevention. And of course, other medical items that I always bring is Tylenol, painkiller. That's about it for safety purpose. Human-wise, you can manage it. If there's a war, you probably need evacuation or contact your own embassy. Always don't go out at nighttime when you're in a foreign country. So this is my safety control. And I make friends with all the locals. I make sure that I don't make enemies. The next question is, ever felt your safety was a concern? Yes. Okay, normally I try not to go out to anywhere after sunset. So I always check on the weather map what time is the sunset of the place. Some situation I just can't control. For example, some country you only have a flight that lands at midnight. So I can't really not go out after sunset time. So there was a time it was super dark at nighttime in Equatorial Guinea, and I literally don't know where the driver was taking me to, and he seems kind of like psycho and like laughing all the time. I was kind of concerned. I almost planned to like jump out of the taxi because I was like making the taxi door half open along the highway. But thank God, I always pray and manifest during my travel, and I'm sure that God and universe would protect me. And make sure you have good negotiation skill, which I do. The next question is, what is your next goal after you have visited all the countries? I kind of answered that early on. I can't imagine that I visit all the countries until I actually finish doing them. So leave at the moment for now. I want to make more interesting stories about people around the world for you guys. So that's why I opened the second channel to show more of what I wanted to do. So I hope you guys support my second channel and watch my video and share. The next question is from Miss Lin. How do you manage your full-time job and at the same time still get all the travel? So if you live in Singapore, you have about 15 to 20 vacation days per year, 10 public holidays. For example, Christmas is on Monday, so I take the next 4 days off from Tuesday to Friday, and there's a weekend before Monday and there's a weekend after Friday. So a total, my trip can be 10 days. But I'm only taking like 4 days off. Every 4 working days off, you can make it 10 vacation days. If you have 20 days off, that means you can make it 10 times 5, 50 vacation days. Along with other 5, 6 public holidays and other weekends, you can easily take vacation of 70 days. I think everything is doable, depends on your time management skill. I'm really good at, and that's why I do coaching in kksuccess.com. I'm still doing live coaching and career coaching. If I can help you to make your life better, more efficient, feel free to contact me and sign up there. The next question is, how could it possible to visit 193 countries unless we are economically strong enough? I have to say that world travel is very expensive. Let's say if you travel to Myanmar, maybe it's cheaper. It's doable. The real expensive country is actually in Africa. I try my best, but it's not cheap. I have a lot of business travel, so I utilize the miles that I accumulate from my business travel, which is a blessing to me. If I did not have those business trips, I may not have all the status from airlines and hotels. Some portion of it, which is already great. And you can also sign up for credit cards to get free miles. I've made some of those videos on my YouTube to talk about that. Feel free to check out my old video. Next question from my Patreon, Elvin. I have genuine interest in you. What about you? How do you feel? Feel about what? I mean, I feel good about myself, and thanks for asking. Now, go to the questions from YouTube. From Kevin, how many flights did you fly, including first, business, premium and economy, old, revisit, or new country, city, travel in total, rental car in 2023? I actually make a spreadsheet to record all my travels. I need to open it to take a look. Okay, in 2023, I traveled 130,234 miles. I finished visiting my 189th country. I traveled 36 countries in 2023, including 23 new and 13 old. I don't have a total number of all the flights and rental cars. So let me tell you the last trip of 2023. I went to Pacific Islands and I took 14 flights from the country 185 to 189. There was a lot of flights because there's no direct flights, so I have to always transit in Fiji and go to a different island. The economy class flights are super expensive. It cost me like $6,000 for all these flights. Okay, the last question, what is your favorite countries? My favorite is still Bhutan. I've done a couple of videos about Bhutan on my YouTube channel, and feel free to check them out if you haven't. The more views, more comments, and more shares, the better. Really appreciate, love you guys. Have a great year ahead in 2024.